Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to another video. This is going to be a raw feeding video where you're going to be able to see Fenrir eat a nice juicy chicken back. So this is actually recorded on the same day as the ghost video I put recently. Again, it was really hot outside. It was around the 90s. So it is a little bit too hot for Fen to be outside. For the sake of the video, I kind of wanted to record it with some sun out. In this case, it was cloudy. And I also wanted to record it him eating it not frozen. So again, you're gonna see quite a bit of flies because of that. Unfortunately, when it's not frozen, you get a lot of that stench, and when it is frozen, you don't smell anything. So it's something good to consider if you guys are gonna feed your dogs raw and don't want a smelly house. So he's really munching on this bone, and this right here that he's eating is a chicken back. It's not a chicken quarter. So for some reason they added chicken backs recently to the grocery store where I buy it from. I guess that was a new addition because of the whole coronavirus. Right now, because of the coronavirus, it is difficult to find food for them. It's really hard to find all the food. Now, the restrictions that they put in one of the grocery stores here, the main one, like one of the biggest ones, is that you can only take 2 of each protein. So I can only take 2 items of chicken and 2 items of fish and 2 items of meat. Now that makes it impossible to feed them raw. Like, it's not possible because you can't get more than 2 unless I go back. Like, I have to buy it, bring it home, and then go back the next day, and you know that's not really convenient for a lot of people. So because of this, I recommend you guys start watching the videos that I posted where I talk about some of the dangers of the dry dog food companies and what to avoid. And then I uploaded another one where I talk about Open Farm, which is a really good brand that you guys should consider buying right now during this pandemic if you foresee yourself not having food, because I've already seen some articles that some counties and some cities are already running out of chicken. Now I'm gonna make another one on Origin. A lot of people know about Origin, not a lot of people know about Open Farm. Origin is a really good brand too. I'm gonna cover it. I'm gonna cover some of the pros and cons, some of the things you should consider buying, which I know there's like a lot of selections for Origin that you can get. So which one I would recommend? So I'm gonna go over which ones I would recommend for you guys. So keep an eye out for those videos. Make sure you watch them. We're gonna go into Fen finishing his chicken back, and it's gonna go into him kind of eating this stuff. Now you're gonna see that green stuff on there, right? You're probably like, why is there green stuff on his food? So what all that is again, that is turmeric that you're seeing on the chicken. What that does is it's an anti-inflammatory that assists with running. So if you know how I run my dogs, I walk them quite a bit. That makes sure that they don't get any inflammation in their joints. This is gonna make it easier for them. It makes it less painful. The impact is easier, and honestly, it's a really powerful tasting supplements. What I mean by that is that if you put it, and I'm saying this through experience, if you put it all in one portion of their food, they're going to not eat it. They're gonna hate it. If you spread it out, kind of sprinkle it on top of everything, it becomes a little bit more easier for them to eat. It doesn't consume the taste of what they're eating, because I put it on the ground beef. I added everything to the ground beef. They didn't even touch it. They were like, hell no. They flipped it over, ate everything besides the parts that they had it. So next week I was like, all right, cool, I'm gonna sprinkle it on top of everything a little bit. I put less portions too, and now they're good. You can see him eating it. And this is how I feed the supplements to my dogs. I don't give it to them on their dried food. I don't give it to them individually. I sprinkle it on top of their raw food, because normally I give it to them frozen, right? So they eat it without them even knowing that they're eating it. In this case, you know, he ate that part right here. What you see, that green stuff on there is all green, green lipped mussels. So basically that's just fish, and that is for their joints. It helps with joint mobility. It helps with their joints functioning the way they're supposed to. And I sprinkle that on top of everything instead of one selected part. That way they don't get that whole taste of it. And unfortunately, again, it's thawed out, so some of it is falling out, and I'm kind of like, no, that's an expensive supplement. Eat it, please. You need it. But nonetheless, he's kind of eating it. This is actually the chicken bag. I guess the other one was a chicken quarter. Maybe I mistook what I was looking at. I'll have to go back and see. But now he's eating the chicken bag, and now he's really enjoying it. You can kind of see how he's getting out of his winter coat, and he's going more into his summer coat. Now he looks a little bit thinner. He's not as hairy. He looks lighter now. Don't let that confuse you. Fan is always light. He's always a lightweight. He just looks heavy, but he's actually not. Okay? He's actually pretty light. So don't think that because he's not as hairy, somehow he lost 20 pounds. No, he barely lost any weight. Ghost is actually heavier than him. So you'll be able to see him enjoy his raw chicken back. It's really nice to see them eat what they're supposed to. You know, there's nothing like watching a dog eat the food that he's supposed to, and it's very you can see the nutrients that he's consuming. Like you know what he's eating, you know what's in there. It has some extra supplements. I think, look, it even has some egg yolk on there. I think that yellow's part, because there is egg in what he in that meal. He doesn't have egg in every meal, but he does in that one. And yeah, I mean, this is great. Like, you really get to enjoy seeing your dog eat what he's supposed to, and they love it. Like, he absolutely loves this food. You can see how much he enjoys it. Look at that. Look at those eyes. He's basically in heaven right now. You know, I know vegetarians that feed their dogs raw because they understand that this is what their dog is supposed to eat. And I think that is an amazing thing to do, is to feed your dog what they're supposed to eat, despite your differences with the food companies and with your own beliefs. I think it takes a very mature person to take that step. And I say that because on Instagram, when I go to my dog's Instagram, I see a lot of advertisements that are being done by companies, dog food companies, and it's like, oh, here's an all vegan dog food, here's all plant-based, this and this, how to make plant-based nutritious dog food. Like, why? Like, you don't have to make plant-based food. Don't reinvent the wheel. Like, it's already invented how it's supposed to be, you know. And there's some speculations as to if dogs should get vegetables, if they shouldn't, if they should. I give my dogs vegetables. There's pumpkin right there. There's some pumpkin in that stuff, and there's some spinach in that stuff. I guess he didn't want to eat them because it was hot. It was like 90, hitting 100, man. And even though he's on his summer coat, that is still really hot for him. It's too hot for him, to be honest. I don't encourage leaving your dogs outside, especially in this heat. So he's kind of sniffing through there. He's kind of like, I kind of don't want to eat this. I'm just going to try to grab the fish, which I don't think he does. I think he does, but I think I stopped recording because he was like, man, I'm done. You see, he came up to me. He's like, I want to get pet. He was more interested in getting some cuddles than in really finishing his food. So that kind of does say a lot. But that's where this video ends, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Again, if you're interested in all these supplements that I added, make sure you look down in the comment section and the description on the box. I put some links there so you can purchase them if you guys want them for your pets as well. If you're part of the 83% that haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you do subscribe. Make sure you paw that like button and leave a comment down below. Nothing but peace and love from my pack to yours, and make sure you guys stay safe throughout this pandemic. Thank you once again for watching.